Hello, my name is George Chalmers and I work for SAC Consulting. This farm advisory service video is going to be looking at getting the best from your crop sprayer. We're here today at CC Powell, which is a machinery dealership and sprayer testing station at Banff in Aberdeenshire. I'm joined today by expert Ben Bryant from Chafer.
Hi, I'm Ben Bryant. I'm Precision Farming Manager for Chafer Machinery. Chafer Machinery is an agricultural machinery manufacturer predominantly making sprayers and applicators in the UK for the UK market. A sprayer's chassis and drivetrain is vitally important to set a grounding for the whole application for the machine. First all starts with the tyres, and then that's your first stage of suspension. Then you've got obviously suspension. Most machines have got suspension, either be rubber blocks or airbags like this machine, or hydraulic suspension. This is all done to allow the machine to carry on over rough terrain at a consistent speed. It also is the first step in boom stability, which is vitally important for all application control. Obviously, cabs are a key bit of real estate on a self-propelled sprayer or any sprayer. This is where the operator will spend many hours during the day. They need to be clean, comfortable and easy to use. So obviously carbon filters to protect from chemical ingress, pressurised cabs, but generally a nice place to spend many hours during the day is important. Wheels and tyres can obviously very often be taken for granted. One of the key things is check your wheel nuts, like with any piece of machinery. Obviously tyres for cuts or defects, not only is it a safety aspect, you don't want an issue with something coming off or causing problems, but also tyre pressures can make a massive difference to performance and stability of the machine, and also to ground compaction. And generally, with a lot of agricultural machinery, you're going to be travelling through the fields more than one time a year, so any damage caused by that tyre being overinflated or underinflated, you've got to live with all season. Plumbing is obviously the heart of the machine, and it's the heart of the plumbing system, and the ability to spray with the machine. Obviously the heart of that is the pump. The pump needs to be in good condition and ready to work, clean oil, no damaged diaphragms. Even if it's a centrifugal pump, it doesn't want any leaks or issues like that. The quickest way for an operator to keep an eye on their pump is to monitor how fast it fills when it's in perfect working condition after it's been rebuilt, and check that their filling speeds remain later in the season and in following seasons. It's worthwhile every pump on any machine being maintained at least once a year. Also, filters are a very, very, very important part of the machine. It's our main defence for block nozzles, which is poor for efficiency, and general sprayer cleanliness, tanks and so on. The filter should be checked very, very regularly. If there's any suspect chemicals or application issues, filters should be the first port of call. Sprayer maintenance, obviously, like any heart on anything, it needs to be maintained and checked that it's in its physical health, and any signs of issues should be dealt with straight away. Any signs of milky oil, lack of oil, or just noises are worth looking into. It's worth, when the sprayer has been reconditioned and is in its fit working state, keep an eye on filling speeds and monitor them through the season to check that they continue to fill at the same rate as what they could when they were in their peak working condition, because this is an easy way to tell that your pump is requiring maintenance. Even centrifugal pumps, even though they need less maintenance than piston diaphragm, still would be worthwhile taking apart once a season and checking that it's in its peak health. Sprayer tanks are obviously the main thing that's carrying the chemical to the field, round the field and in general. These can be made of stainless steel, polyurethane or fiberglass. Obviously there's benefits and drawbacks to many. Stainless steel is obviously the easiest to keep clean. It's a non-porous surface, but there is a cost and slight weight detriment to those, but all sprayers are fitted with a tank lid. This should not necessarily be used as for the operator to get in, but they should be at least having a look in there and keeping an eye on maintenance regularly throughout a spraying week. Also worth mentioning, tank cleaning nozzles. It's worth checking that these are not blocked and are working as efficiently as possible, obviously without putting your head in with it on. Booms are obviously critical to a sprayer. It's basically where every nozzle has to live, which is the most important part of the machine. We have on every sprayer there's a choice of boom widths. Obviously wider booms, you get more productivity, your spot rate is a higher hectares an hour without increasing forward speed, because forward speed can have a massive effect on drift. But sometimes there's certain areas of the UK where a wider boom just doesn't fit. A lot of people are still choosing boom size based off drill size, or the width of rows and things like that. But most machines are 50 centimetre spacing. There's a few 25 centimetre spacing machines in the UK, and even 33 centimetre spacing machines. Sprayer booms are, obviously, the height of the boom above the ground is absolutely critical to drift control. If you go too high with the boom, your drift is increased exponentially, but too low can also be a problem where you won't achieve double overlap from the nozzles. A lot of machines, or every machine will have some sort of boom suspension, which is obviously to take any shocks combined with the chassis suspension and tyres, take the bangs and shocks out of the machine to try and improve boom ride. A lot of machines have got boom height control systems to do this for the operator. Again, these still need maintenance to get the best from them, and adjustments and operator understanding to be able to get the best from their boom height control. There is two sides to it. Yes, you do not want the boom hitting the ground, but you also do not want the boom going up too high during work, and that will increase drift. Booms obviously have to open and close. Now this involves obviously hinges and linkages which are naturally put under pressure. You've got a long boom, when folding, is having to be twisted. This can obviously affect booms over time. Some booms over time can fatigue, so it is very critical that operators keep a constant eye and maintain their boom, because it is their first line of defence in achieving correct application control. All boom pivots need mostly greasing and checking on a regular basis. Obviously spray lines are worth talking about, that's down to the plumbing. Jug tests should be done regularly throughout the season. This is not just to check nozzles for blockages, this is to check spray lines for kinked pipes or other blockages. It also checks against filters. Some machines will be fitted with line filters, a filter on each spray line for each section of the machine. Obviously, if one of these filters was to block, the machine will either apply that liquid elsewhere on the boom, or you will end up with liquid left in your tank. Both ways are not what we're trying to achieve. Nozzles are obviously the most important part of a sprayer. They are what is key to being able to achieve a consistent droplet size at said application rate, at said speed, at set pressure. Droplet size is important for two reasons. Too small a droplet and you will end up with drift, chemical not hitting the target. Too big a droplet size and you will not necessarily be getting the best results from the chemical used on target. It's not just important for operators to keep their machine in tip-top condition in order to save money for the farm and obviously achieve better agronomy results with their sprayer, but it's also that, see, one of the only ways we will keep active chemicals in the future if farmers continue to show that they're using them responsibly, and sprayer upkeep and maintenance is a big part of this.